I talked about in showing my journal how I learned some interesting, not lessons, little tricks almost. They're not tricks though, but they're how to draw figures. I do like to draw figures, but they're always, sitting or standing and facing the person. And I want to get a little bit more movement in my figure drawings. And so I came upon this book, Figure Drawings for Kids by Angela Riza. Got it on Amazon, inexpensive. And she works with kids, and she's very positive about things. And this is pretty much doing it with trapezoids. These trapezoid pictures. Let's see. Like these kind of things. They're very easy, very easy, very easy. And you can draw almost anything like that with these trapezoids. I thought she had more of them. Where are they? And she has other ways of drawings with the proportions, but I'm not interested in that because I'm just using it for, just to get the figures doing a little bit more than standing or sitting and forward facing. It's kind of like that. I'm going to show you how she shows you how to do it. Now, I'm going to do a couple, show you how it is done on this sheet here. So they're almost like stick figures. Really. They are stick figures, but there's a little bit more than stick figures, essentially more, but not really. So she works with trapezoids, and she has, she'll draw the neck and the head, and then she'll do a curve. That's like the spine. And then she'll put here are the shoulders, and maybe here are the hips. So we see the hips going in one direction and the shoulder going in another, which makes for an interesting figure. And then she makes a trapezoid out of them. Like that. And this is the hip. So we're going to make another trapezoid, a mirror image. So we're going to put it over like on this side, kind of follow this line. And then this one, okay, let me think. This is the shorter one, and then this would be the wider one. So then it goes like that. This is just the hip line, which we can get rid of. You don't really need the hip line. So it's a simple trapezoid, mirrored image, and that's all it is. That's all there is there. Now this part here can be erased. This is the spine. The spine doesn't go that much, doesn't go that far. These are legs. And then she puts in the arms from this corner here. She puts like an arm here, and she does like this little joint. And she may have an arm any way you want to do the arms, here, and then maybe off to the side. So here we have this, it looks kind of interesting, it's kind of got movement. And then she does the legs, the knee, the bottom leg, foot, and then she does another leg, and you can kind of do it any way you want, like that way, and then maybe the knee going up that way. So here we have this very simple drawing of a figure using two trapezoids, using the curve of the spine, and then the head could be, here sort of thing, the head there. You would erase your lines at some point. But then what she does, which is really to make it come alive, is you connect these, and you connect these. So you got the body done. And this is a short skirt, but you could make it longer or shorter, however you want. Then the arms come out of here, and they go up here. The arms come down here, and then they go up here. So we're starting to see the figure. Then we have this going down here, and then the bottom. And we have this. Probably more like that. So there you have a figure that has some movement to it. And I'm thinking, what would I put in there to make it, maybe there'd be I don't know, you could put something in here that why she would be looking like this, or maybe she's just dancing or something. Let's do another one. This one went this way. Let's do this one that goes this way. And we have the shoulders go down again. You can go down or up, and then we'll have the hips go this way. And then we'll put in the trapezoid. And then we'll put now this is going to be the similar parallel to this, because this is the hip, so we're going to, it's usually not that far between these two trapezoids. So we're going to go follow that line, which is the hip line. We're just following it. That's not necessarily needed, but it just gives you a viewpoint of an idea where it could go. And then you jut it out, another trapezoid. Did I make these the same? I guess I did. And then you would put the arms in. And the arms in here. You put the legs in. Legs in. So, do we have, I think it's the same shape actually. This is in and out. Okay, we'll have to do it a little different next time. So it just gives you an idea, you know, it really makes the thing simple. And then you can dress them up, like give this person pants or something, or not just a dress. Let's see if we can do another way of, okay, let's just do a squiggly line. I don't know, I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but so this is going to be, the head is going to be up here. And I'll put the shoulders went this way, the shoulders go this way, the hips go this way. We'll do the trapezoid. Then we'll do the hips similar to that, only up here. I'm going to erase this hip line. These are just kind of guidelines. You don't really, just to give you a sense of, you know, doing the curve is kind of fun. And then you do, wait a second, it's got to go wider, not in, okay. I'm dyslexic, so I have problems with these angles. Let's just get rid of some of this so it doesn't confuse me. And then it goes out, and this goes out. This is trapezoids. They're narrow in the beginning, and then they come out. And then we have an arm. Then we have an arm. Then we have the spine, and then we have the legs. And the legs. Okay, so then we connect this part. Give her some skin and some dimension here with our legs and arms. And then we can maybe give her a longer skirt. Maybe she's wearing a dress of some kind. And then we have the legs and we have the knees. And you can fill it out however you like with the addition of the legs. So you see how there's movement, which is really fun to do, because normally I just do a straight picture, straight up and down. I don't really have any movement in my drawing. So this is very easy to do. Now, the other thing you can do is have them, there's one trick to this, which is, so you can do it, like all the standing figures are like this essentially. They can be going one side to the other side, they can be going away from you, close to you, and coming nearer to you. But the one thing that was really interesting was how she puts someone in a chair. So let's say we have a chair here. It's, you know, a chair. And we have a person sitting in the chair, very rough. Usually their head's above. So we have just a person, the spine, there we go. We have the head here, person sitting in the chair. And then we have on the shoulders, it's a trapezoid again. Then we use this trapezoid and another short one. another trapezoid. You have an arm here. Maybe there's an arm to the chair and it goes there, and then you have a circle and you go here. So now the thing with the sitting in a chair, it's tricky with the legs because there's a dimension issue because they're sitting in a chair, they're not standing. And all she says is to put your knees in off center. I'm not sure if that's the right knee. Put your knees in off center. So this is the center, but you're putting the knees off center. And then you just connect them that way. And then it's kind of almost perfect. You know, it's not, this is not Michelangelo, okay. But here we see a sitting figure. You can make this skirt go lower. You can, make it a sweater, build up the arms a little bit. Have them come in, if this was an armchair, maybe there'd be an arm there. Very simple, and then you just have the big, you have the neck. I like long necks, but that's a little too long. There you go, very simple figure. Now, you can also, now here's, after doing several of these, I did this one. And these are the kind of drawings I make, and I like these drawings. I'm not going to get too worried about everything, but there is some proportion here, which is nice. So I had her sitting at an angle, and I did the trapezoid here, did the trapezoid here, and then there's the legs, and I filled it out. It was so easy. And then the arms go here, the arms go there, and you think, putting these little joints in are important. When you put these little joints in where the things bend, that's kind of helpful. Now, after doing this, and I'm going to do one now, I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but I wanted to do a little experimentation. I want to take a picture, and I think it can be done actually backwards. Here is the picture of a ballerina, and I can look at this ballerina, and I could trace the ballerina, which is something I could do, and cut it out and draw it and or cut it out and use it in a picture and then color all over it, which is another option. Or I could use this idea of trapezoids and see if I can then transpose this picture into another picture. And I'm going to try to do that now. Don't try this at home. I have never tried this before, but I thought it might be fun to do because I had that thought of it. So here we have this woman. I'm assuming this pen is working. If it's not working, I'm kind of screwed. Yeah. So we have this trapezoid. We're going to start with the trapezoid. We're going to go right out. Then we got the trapezoid here. In other words, you can put the trapezoids onto pictures. Now here, I see I'm doing something wrong. I need to go more out here, more out further. Yeah, okay, that's a trapezoid right there. That's my trapezoid. And then the other trapezoid is pretty much beneath it, out there. And then it's behind this leg, but I'm going to draw it in with the white. I'm going to draw it in. So that gives me kind of her figure. And then in the case of this picture, that would be like the bottom part of her body, but then the leg would be coming up. This is just almost so simple. And then the one arm would come up here. It's working. One arm would come up this way. One arm would come up this way. And you'd have your hand here, and you'd have your elbow there, you'd have your elbow there, and then you have your arm coming out this way, and you have your elbow here, and then be down, and then be dropping your hand. So then I'm doing just a very quick sketch. Now my leg would be coming down here, my my leg will be coming down here, and then over there, and then the foot. My leg would be coming other here, would be coming up here to the knee and coming down, and then to the foot. So just simple lines that I think I can repeat. Can I repeat? I don't know. We'll just do the neck, and then we'll do the head like that. Okay. So using this as a reference, let's see how well or how poorly I do this. I'm going to use a pencil so I can erase. So I see the lines, it's sort of like that, and then it's like that, and like that. It might be, I'm thinking it's too long, a little bit too long. A little bit too long, let's go there. And then we go, there's a line that goes like that. And then there's this part that goes down and over, up like that. It's simple, really simple. Now, from here, the line goes up. I don't know if you can see this. I can see what I'm doing. It goes up from here, another, and then your hand goes out. And here we have coming out of the shoulder, circle down, and then her hand drops. The neck is here. That's pretty much easy to do. She has a face, it's sort of very oval. And that kind of comes that way. And then we have the leg from the bottom of this goes down to the knee, back over this way, up to the foot. That goes like that. And we have built up there. And we have this goes actually like that. Then there's a little bit of a bump there for the body, the back of the body. And then we have this thing coming up about here to the knee, and then you hit here, and then you go down, and you have this part is still in the I'm thinking the trapezoid. The trapezoid is here. Let's see, where's the trapezoid? This does not go in the trapezoid. Okay, so then we have just this leg goes up here, then it goes down to the foot, and it sort of angles and it goes flat like that. Now where's this leg going? This leg fills it out. Okay, where's this stuff meet? Somewhere there's a meeting of minds here. There's something here. It's a big leg there. Okay, now there's some concerns with this. It goes up there, and then it goes down like that. This is the top leg, bottom leg. And so the arm is very elegant. It goes out, leg. It goes elegant. It goes up. And then you connect this part with that part. I think this goes further in. And then this actually, there's some, yeah, I see what I'm doing wrong. I can see where you kind of make mistakes. These lines are correct, but these lines are not that I'm drawing. Because the bottom leg is, you have to kind of look at that and do some corrections, make some corrections on that. I think we did enough of them, you get it. Now this part of the body is all behind the leg. Most of it is behind the leg. So let's just fill this in a little bit. She's wearing a leotard. To see where the leotard is, where the legs are. And this is coming up, and this is And then this kind of goes in there. Doesn't go out as far as that. There's something not quite right there. So it's something I'd have to work on some more. I could keep trying to sketch this. Interesting, like this part almost goes down like that. If you see it, this even though this leg goes up, it goes up, and it's a shorter leg because it's facing you more. It's all in the same sort of position. So we got this. Okay, so this is wrong here. This kind of goes this way. Goes that way. There, we see something that's right. Okay, a little bit. Then we have that, and then we have to get rid of some of this. Degas, he did hundreds of these with his ballerinas. This goes up like that, this goes in like that. And it kind of goes, well, not perfect. Not even close to perfect, but I think you get the idea. This is weird. This is definitely weird. It's because her backside's in there. There it is. There's the backside. This is a weird part of the body. This is actually her backside for the bottom leg. Yeah, it helps to know anatomy. Of course, I don't really know anatomy very well. Because of my own, which is disturbing. Okay, so now that is not it, not quite it, but this is kind of a difficult picture. So anyways, I just kind of did the lines, and I would practice that some more. So when I see like even you look through magazines and you see all kinds of figures that I think, oh, that's a cool way of standing or a cool way of walking, or it'd be very easy to kind of just put the trapezoids in, and then maybe the legs would need a little bit more finessing. The arms turned out fine, pretty much. I mean, they're not perfect, but it gives you the same sense of the stretch that the woman has. This part was weird. I know that's weird, but that's okay. Anyways, so practice with these, have fun with these. Get the book. I will put a link to the book. I got it on Amazon. It was very inexpensive. You know, teachers that are working with kids, when I was in high school, there was an art class offered, and before you could get in the class, you had to show your drawing skills. I had none. I had no drawing skills. As I said, I'm a dyslexic, so I have no drawing skills. And I was not accepted into the class. But then that's kind of cherry picking. I mean, if they're teachers, they should be able to teach you how to draw. That's my position. So if you want to learn how to draw, go to a teacher who teaches drawing and works with all kinds of kids. And they know what they're doing. So I should have been allowed in that class. And maybe if the teacher was better, they would have allowed me in the class as a challenge. Anyways, I hope you found this interesting. It's a lot of fun to do these pictures. I'm really pleased with this. And this sketch took me no time. I mean, literally, 10 minutes. It's just a quick, and then I worked a little bit with the legs, put her on I put her on a chair. I always have women sitting on chairs. This one's having a nice afternoon drink. It's her second of the day. I think she's mixing her alcohols. Not a good idea, and she's having a cigarette. So inappropriate. Have a great day.